Hi all, welcome to a return to this ultra cheap esports gaming PC. Now I've applied a couple of upgrades. I've added a Intel i7-2600 CPU and an EVGA GTX 950 SC graphics card, SC meaning super clocked from factory. So I'll run a few benchmarks, Heaven and Valley, and then do some gaming. So I've run Heaven and Valley, same settings as I did last time with the i3 and the 750 Ti. So just recap, on Valley score of 2825, but now we're getting a score of 4158, and on Heaven the score was 2368, but now we're getting a score of 3615, a decent upshift. So what I'll do now is run some games. So, return to Doom Eternal. I've kept the same quality settings. I did try to select the medium preset, but there's insufficient VRAM, so maybe keep this on low. Some of the settings I could have changed to medium, but I just kept everything at low. It's on the highest resolution, and we're getting mid 40s at the moment, above 50. I'd say on average it's late 40s and early 50s, which on this early level is not too bad, but I'm sure on the later levels it's going to decrease somewhat as the action moves outside. Okay, so that's a return to Doom Eternal. Up next is Forza Horizon 4. So I've kept the same settings as per the i3 750 Ti video. So I'm running the benchmark at the moment, and what I'll do is I'll pause the recording and report back with the results. So the in-game benchmark was finished and the target was 60, and we achieved 55, which is pretty good. As I said before, I kept all the settings same as the previous pre-upgrade build, so feel free to experiment if you want to achieve that magic 60 frames per second. That's Forza Horizon 4. On to FIFA 2018. Now I've adjusted the quality setting to high, capped the frame rate at 60. I mean, you won't see more than 60 on this monitor anyway, but just to stop any potential stuttering really, it's bang on 60, rock solid really. So with this sort of setup, and if you've got FIFA 18, you'll be having a good gaming experience, and maybe it'll play one or two games after this. So that's FIFA 18. Shadow of the Tomb Raider now. So I've kept all the settings as per the previous video. So I'll run the benchmark and report back with the results. Okay, so the benchmark is finished, and we're getting an average of 50 frames per second, which is quite decent. So feel free to experiment with some of those quality settings, but me personally, on an exploration game, I'd leave everything as it is. Maybe set the texture quality up a notch, whatever your preference is. So that's Shadow of the Tomb Raider. On to Fortnite. Now I've taken off that 30 frames per second cap and updated the quality settings to medium, and it's a pretty solid 60 frames per second just driving around. Little bit of screen tearing, so I might switch on VSync at some points, but there's no other characters on the screen, so as I keep saying, expect when there's a firefight for that frame rate to go down a touch. So I did notice another character on the screen, so I'll try and get them into a firefight. If I can find a weapon, I'll just get them to shoot at me. But at the moment, that 60 frames per second outside is can't see it budging, to be honest. So here's a character, slight twitch away from 60, but don't forget it's on the medium quality setting, highest resolution, so Fortnite is more than playable as it stands. Right, we have CSGO 2, got it on the medium preset, highest resolution, and it's above 60 frames per second with a little firefight going on. That's the Steam counter which I can see. It's in the top left, so it's quite small. This monitor won't display more than 60 anyway, but that's what the counter's telling me. So Counter-Strike 2 is more than playable. Can't really notice any screen tearing, but if you do, just put VSync on. Okay, so that's Counter-Strike Global Offensive 2. This is a bonus gaming benchmark. It's Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So I've set the graphical quality to low, resolutions on the highest 1920 by 1080. And look at the VRAM counter, that's not been exceeded. There's plenty of headroom there. But anyway, we'll see what the in-game benchmark can give us. So I'll pause the video and run the benchmark and report back. So the benchmark has finished and we get an average of 41. The minimum and maximum, 20 and 70 respectively, are, the difference is quite high, so maybe just that resolution a touch if you notice any stuttering, because really you want minimum and maximum as close together as possible. Okay, so that's Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So, just to recap, after applying a CPU and graphics card upgrade, I've rerun the Heaven and Valley benchmarks and a few games and noticed, as expected, a decent upshift. So, there's still plenty of life in that old platform. Feel free to post a comment. If you've got any queries about this system, let me know. And thanks for watching.